Welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. I have made a lot of videos in the past talking about how it's better to be directionally correct than exact, but also how you need to hold yourself accountable and you need to hold yourself to the standards that you know that you're capable of. And I think the topic of this one is going to be more along the lines of just having a bit of grace for yourself. I've been on this journey of nonstop since like January, with like a couple breaks in between. And what I've noticed is that no matter how I feel about how I'm doing, I am moving forward in most instances. And if I do start sliding, it usually corrects itself fairly quickly. And so I think that there's an untapped energy that we all have, and I say untapped for myself for the most part, which is kind of like, so you know how like everybody has their the masculine and their feminine sides. It's more so on the feminine side. It's like the nurturing energy. It's like the, brush you off when you fall energy, and make sure that you're okay. And not just okay, but that you are, have learned from the experience and that you're ready to move forward and do better. And I think that we need to meet ourselves with both of these aspects, because for that whole time I was using pretty much only masculine energy, which is just like no excuses, get it done. A shortcoming is a failure, and failure is not tolerated. And that is very useful, especially for sprints. But what I realize is that this journey that I'm on of working as much as I am and as hard as I am is not a permanent thing, but it is going to be a longer thing than I had originally anticipated, which is okay. But what that means is I can't gas the masculine side without giving myself a bit of the feminine side as well, in the sense of giving myself grace for my shortcomings and moving forward anyways. And like a way that I've heard it said is like, be gentle with yourself. I don't know if I quite agree with the gentleness of it, but be understanding with yourself and understand that, you are a person. You are going to struggle. You're going to fall short of your goals, and that's okay so long as you keep moving forward. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. There's a lot of things that I would like to be different in my life, particularly around my habits, around my time management, around my sleep. But I do know that I am moving in the right direction, and for now, I'm okay with just that. Now, there will come a time, probably in the next month or so, that I start to get a lot more hard on myself, in the sense of different habits and actions that I want to take. Where if I don't take those actions, I'm going to crack down really hard on myself, and that's okay. That's effective. But for the time being, while I am in this weird transition from all the things that I was doing to just putting all of my energy and attention into a couple things to be truly excellent at it, right now, I am being fairly gentle with myself. I am okay with the progress that I am making, contingent on the fact that there is progress being made. And so, I mean, like everything, it's a balance, but I think that I was gassing the masculine energy to the point where I was starting to resent myself even for not being where I want to be. And I was starting to seriously dislike not my life, but me as a person. And that was bringing up old insecurities and all of that type of shit. So it's important to be able to recognize the sources of your fuel that you're burning, and also understand that whilst they will be varying levels of effective, I do think that a balance between the different fuels is the healthiest way and most efficient way to move forward over the longest time horizon. And so sometimes we're gonna fuck up, and it's okay to just accept that we messed up and recognize where we could have done things different and just move forward. We don't always have to beat ourselves up for things that we do wrong, for things that we're trying to do that we didn't do. Sometimes it's okay to just put all of our focus on the couple things that truly matter and allow the rest of it to land where it may. And so that's kind of the phase that I'm in right now for probably, like this next month or so. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I got for this one. You know, just be gentle with yourself when it is necessary, and be hard with yourself every other time. Just understand that even you communicating with yourself is a relationship, and it needs to be managed and maintained like any other relationship. And if a relationship is only negative, in the sense that it's only criticizing, cracking down for mistakes, and just overall not having a positive outlook, then that relationship is doomed to fail. Which, when we're talking about relationships with ourselves, when we fail, that means that basically we I like to think of it as like we spin out. Because if you think of your life as like driving, it's like if you're going around a bend and the conditions are slippery and you gun it, you're probably going to spin out. And then it's not just the fact that that time that you're spinning out and you're stuck is not moving forward. It's also the fact that you now have incurred more costs to get yourself out of the situation that you spun yourself into than you would have had by just slowing down around the turn. And so I think that's the best analogy I've got for it. It's just be careful of spinning out. Understand when to hit the gas and when it's okay to let off a little bit while you're going around certain transitions. So, anyways, I think that's what I got for this one. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.